Hi there. Welcome to Palette University. And so today I was going to have another video up, but I didn't feel like it, to be honest. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a life update as well. So today, I'm assuming this is going to go up sort of ish very shortly after I record it. I'm recording it at like 4:30ish on Friday. But there's just been a lot of stuff in my mind. And I wanted to fill you guys in on some stuff. Well, first of all, I'm moving back to South Dakota next week. I was just here visiting my parents for like a month and a half here during the summer in New York, but I'm going back to South Dakota. Leaving Tuesday, I'll be there like 8-ish at night on Wednesday. But yeah, so hopefully you'll be able to see that set, because I think the set, I call it a set, but it's my bedroom. I think it looks nice. I bought a nice bookshelf for the back of it to put some Pokemon knickknacks and things like that on. But anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. So if you're active in the Pokemon sort of sphere of Twitter, you'll know that there's been a lot of stuff happening lately. A lot of it, based on your perspective, good in that people are feeling confident enough to share their stories of people who have done them wrong. But obviously super bad in that people in the Pokemon community are bad people sometimes. And that's just been weighing super heavily on me personally, because some of the people were people that I personally like looked up to. And like, I hate using that phrase for people online, because like I'm a person online. And, like, I think of myself as just a normal person. So, like, why do I think of those people as people who aren't just normal people like me? I don't know. Now, I know I'm obviously not a perfect person. I've done lots of things that are not cool in the past. But, you know, when people that you've, like, looked up to for a while, it comes out that they're just really just awful people who have done really awful things and don't seem to have any form of remorse for it, it really just makes you feel some kind of way. So this is just, like I said, sort of a life update between that. So I just want to let you know, like, this is an incredibly safe place for you, whatever you're going through. If you ever just need somebody to talk to, please DM me on Twitter. You know, I stay up real late. My sleep schedule is abysmal. So chances are, if you're up late and you just need someone to vent to, literally just DM me on Twitter. And like, I will be completely honest with you at the time. Like, I you know, if I'm in the middle of something, I will tell you I'm in the middle of something. Give me an hour and I will be all ears, you know. Please don't hesitate to do that. If you need someone in that moment to talk to about whatever, please do not hesitate to just DM me on Twitter. But also, you know, I sort of have this channel as sort of an outlet for my own feelings as well. And I haven't really talked about it a ton. I mean, I've talked about on this channel how I struggle with mental health. That's not something that I hide or something that I'm ashamed of anymore, you know? But it is something that, you know, obviously is kind of present in your life. That's not something typically that just kind of goes away. But something that I recently that I haven't really talked to too many people about is that one of my good friends actually passed away a week ago. He was 30. He was my first boss. I worked at a Subway. It's like a seasonal summer Subway in, you know, like a town over from where I live. The whole like sort of, it was basically just a giant tourist trap, because where I live is pretty touristy. But it was a Subway, a go-kart track, mini golf, and an arcade. The whole complex owned by this like really, well, half awesome Canadian couple. The wife is awesome. The husband is, did I say awful? I meant awesome. The wife is awesome. The husband's awful. But anyway, he was my first boss when I got hired there for my first job. And so like, I'm debating on whether to share this. I guess I will, just because it's sort of important to some things that are going on. But I remember I got hired sort of halfway through the season. and um, my boss, he didn't have a driver's license at the time, and he was 30, so he's 6 years older than I am. Um, and I was like, that's weird. Why doesn't he have a driver's license? And that was literally my first day. Somebody mentioned like driving him home. And I was like, he's at this point, how old was he? He's 23. I'm like, you're 23. You don't have a driver's license? He was like, yeah, I lost it. I was like, oh, okay. And like, I obviously didn't want to ask anymore because I'm like, it's my first day. He's my boss. I didn't want to like push his buttons or anything, you know? And it turns out I found out, I think either later that day somebody told me or sometime relatively shortly after that. But he had gotten drunk and tried to kill himself. And because he was driving drunk, he got his license taken away. So that was something that like I always knew about him, but he never let that sort of, like, there were days where you could kind of tell he was having kind of a depressy day. I mean, I have them too. But so when I heard that he died, that was the first thing that came to mind. And it was actually something worse. Not that there's too many things worse than, like depression and suicide, but it wasn't that. For a while, I know he'd been struggling with some like back pain, but no doctors would like prescribe him painkillers or anything. Obviously, like there's a huge opioid crisis in this country right now. If you weren't aware, you should Google it. It's actually horrifying. But the more people know about it, the better. Which is the entire reason I'm telling you this story to begin with. Also because I haven't talked about it to anybody, and I probably should, realistically. But yeah, so he'd been taking off the street painkillers because for a while he'd, been into drugs. And like I said, like he was genuinely a good person, but like all of us, he had problems in his life. And some of the painkillers that he got last week were laced with fentanyl. One of, if not the most powerful drug known to man. And yeah. So I just wanted to get on and talk to you guys about that, and as well as, like I said, if you're involved in Twitter, I'm not going to explain things. If you want to know what's been going on, get on Twitter and find out yourself. I don't really feel like talking about it. Or at least I don't feel like explaining it. Do your own research first. But I just want to say, if no matter what you're going through, we're content creators are all going through stuff too. So don't think that, I don't know where I was going with that thought. I'm not editing this if you couldn't tell. But I just want to say I'm super happy to have the community that I've built, that you all have helped me build, over these last handful of months since March when the channel got, quite a few of its, more active subscribers anyway, through Mystery Dungeon. So yeah, like I said, no video for the rest of this week. There'll probably be another one up Tuesday or Wednesday at some point. I already have it uploaded. I just am trying to space out uploads because I'm going to be working in the field and living out of a tent for roughly a month, so obviously I can't really make content about that. The next video coming out on Tuesday or Wednesday is a really good one. It's something that I've been wanting to do for like 2 or 3 months now, and then I finally just kind of got around to do it. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that one. Like I said, make sure to follow me on Twitter, because I don't actually know how to do this on Twitter, but I think you can only DM me if you're following me. I don't know if that's true or not. But like I said, if you ever just need sort of an unbiased person, just be like, hey, I just need to spill my guts to somebody who doesn't know anything about the situation. I'm your guy, But also at the same time, keep in mind that I am a separate person, and I'm also not a therapist. Please don't treat me like a therapist. If you need a therapist, please go see a therapist. They're very helpful. Can confirm. But yeah, I just want to say how much I appreciate you all, and how weird of a time it is to live in right now. Like, it's okay to not be okay these days, especially these days. with everything going on. But with that, I think I've kind of rambled for the last 10 minutes. So I'll let you have the rest of your day back, and I will see you on Wednesday or Tuesday.